Hello. Hello, friends and family, and welcome. You know, I am here in the hopes that together we can find some light. There we go. And wonder to help us through difficult times. And maybe have some fun together doing it. I'm Livia, and this was Tarot and Coffee with Olivia. But now we're lIVIA'S ASMR Tarot and Charms. You know, sometimes just the memory of something or someone can lift our spirits. And yes, I like to pretend like you're actually here and we're having coffee together as friends. Because that is something that does, here you go, lift my spirits. We're not going to worry too much about that little spill because it's just a little spill, right? And for me, some nice, hot, delicious coffee. Thank you for being here. I know it's not easy to find time for a sit down with a friend, so let's really appreciate these moments that we have. And whatever your preferred treat or beverage, go ahead and pause the video and go get it. I'm going to take a sip of coffee and a deep breath. And, yeah, let me take that deep breath because it will really help to center me for this reading. Okay. So this is a pick a card tarot reading featuring unintentional ASMR. I'm going to have another sip of coffee. So if you don't know what that is, go ahead and read the description of this video because that has insight into what is unintentional ASMR. Now, if you've never done a tarot pick a card before, it's easy to do, so just follow along. I use timestamps, so you can use those to skip ahead to your place. And do always remember that you are the master of your destiny, the creator of your path. So whatever the cards read, do take what resonates with you and leave the rest, and don't make life-altering choices or decisions based on this or any other video pick a card. And with that said, let's begin. I also want to add that even though we have 4 little piles here, it seems like the readings are really resonating as one. So if you want further clarification, or if something didn't resonate, say you picked the first pile and it just didn't sound right, go ahead and go on to the next one. If you just feel like, you know, just see, because there really does seem to be more and more clarification as we go along. We are going to start with the Cat Tarot. So if you picked the blue butterfly and the Cat Tarot cards, you have, let me make sure I have this right. Okay, yes, the Chariot should be, the Knight of Wands should be the last one, that's right. The Wheel of Fortune, the middle, that's right. And then we have the Chariot. Okay. Now, the Cat Tarot states it may be the company chair, but we all know who actually sits there. The cat. You are the cat. You are in control. You hold the reins. If you don't get this, if you don't, I can't read my writing on my notes. It's time to take the reins. If you don't already have the reins, that's what I'm trying to say, okay? So don't be afraid to sit on the good furniture. Believe it or not, you do deserve comfort. Meow. Okay, meow. I'm not talking about acting on impulse, not at all. Not with these next 2 cards here, okay? They're not about impulse, okay? Instead, we're talking about settling into your own. You've had some hard times, and now here comes the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Life is cyclical. Sometimes you're at the top, and then sometimes you're not, but you'll always go up again. You have plenty. You are stronger than you know. Look for opportunity and trust the process. I sometimes see this card as a do-over. Did you make a mistake in the past? Well, you may get the opportunity to rectify the situation. Pay a debt or in some cases, just a chance to try again with a clean slate, like a new life in a game. Okay, the kitty Knight of Wands, the kitty cat Knight of Wands comes with a little warning. Don't allow your impulses to control you. It's obvious these beautiful ribbons are irresistible. Spontaneity has its place, but don't let it affect your ability to follow through. Take a beat and then finish what you've started. In summary, integrity is built and character earned. Sometimes by messing up, by failing and trying again, there will be bumps in the road, even sinkholes. This is about relationship or career. Think it out. Play to your strengths. Try harder and do better. Do better next time. A cat will be the first to tell you that to be human is to fail a lot. Okay? It's okay to mess up. It's also okay to apologize and seek amends where appropriate. Okay, so like I said, let's go ahead and we're going to do the healing in the mind and spirit cards. We're going to go ahead and do a little shuffling here. And then we'll cut the deck and draw from the bottom. And your affirmation here. You're not here by accident or by some coincidence of nature. Your affirmation is, my life has always held a deep meaning and a profound purpose. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these aside. And we'll go on to the next butterfly. So if you chose the yellow butterfly, this is also the Everyday Witch Tarot. I'm going to turn the page on my notes. Okay, now the Ten of Cups, yes. The Ace of Wands, yes. And the Eight of Wands. This is your... Now, again, I said earlier, I'm going to say it again. If something doesn't resonate with you here, if you need more clarification, go ahead and try the next reading, because they do seem to really be resonating with one another. It's almost like it's a whole big collective reading for you guys. Okay, so let's start with the Eight of Wands. Here we have the Eight of Wands. The Everyday Witch tells us there are moments when things come together and take on a life of its own, creating a momentum that is hard to stop. This may be one of those moments. You may not be able to control it, but you can ride the wave. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Sometimes the universe gives us a boost. Don't miss an opportunity when it comes along, filled with potential. Make sure you are channeling your strengths and energies in the most productive and positive ways possible. Even though the cards are different, it's just this reading is very similar to the last one and to the next one. It's amazing, okay? So the Ten of Cups. I love how the Everyday Witch says that joy is found in people, not in the possession of things. The truest gifts in life are not power or wealth, but rather in having true friends and people who love us. Are you putting enough effort into your relationships with others? The bliss found in the Ten of Cups did not just happen by chance or accident. The King and Queen worked hard over many years to create this perfect day. Their happiness comes not from wealth or money, but from having people to share their joy. In summary, loneliness is rampant. There are so many lonely people in the world right now. So there's thousands, millions, billions. This reading is about getting the opportunity to nurture friendship, feed family. We must make the conscious effort to reach out and strengthen our relationships. You know, acts of love can include a visit, a hug, and even if especially hugging isn't our thing, sometimes that makes it even more beautiful when you reach out and do that. A phone call, a text, maybe even an apology, even when they owe you a bigger apology. Sometimes that's the door. Sometimes that's how you open that door. Okay? This isn't about being a pushover. It's about seeing an opportunity to nurture a much needed relationship. And that is where true happiness lives. Let's pull a Healing the Mind and Spirit card. Okay, let's draw from the bottom. Love is the energy that fills the universe. Love fills every cell of your body, every atom of your being. Your affirmation: I remember that only love is real. And that is your reading for today. I've been telling, I guess I told you this at the beginning, and I've been saying this to everybody. Just go ahead and watch the whole video. It will give you much more clarification and insight. And there's some heavy-duty stuff in here, The thing is it's a little 3-card reading, but it's amazing what you can get out of a little 3-card reading. Especially 12 cards, because that's what we actually, 12. Anyway, let's go on to the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. Okay, you have your green butterfly here. Let's make sure we have this right. This should be, yes, the moon. And see how it's upside down? I'm going to put it right side up, but when it was drawn upside down. This, too, was the Ten of Cups inverted. We did have the Ten of Cups in the previous reading, but it was pulled right side up. And this is what we have. Those of you who read cards might look at this and go, ooh. Because, ooh. All right, let's go ahead and get started, okay? 7 of Swords. Yikes. Okay, let me take a deep breath before we jump in. Let's all do that. Okay, you know that when you take a deep breath and you let it out as a sigh, apparently, especially if you go, well, it can help you find your voice. That's actually something a voice teacher would tell you, or an acting teacher. Okay, 7 of Swords. You may be on the receiving and or giving end of betrayal after a period of gaslighting. Or for others of you, you may have compromised your ethics or morals to get ahead. That's what the True Heart Intuitive Tarot says. It's time to adjust. Trickery, lies, or deceit are on the way. It's time to adjust. Okay, let me start over. Trickery, lies, or deceit on the way up the ladder of career, relationship, or spiritual advancement won't take you where you want to go. If you are the recipient rather than the perpetrator, stop making excuses. Shine a light on the lies and don't be afraid of the truth, even though it can be pretty scary. Okay, now then next we have the Ten of Cups, and it was inverted or upside down, so we're going to read it like that. Feelings of depression or failure or stagnation can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming you, and it can create an isolating, lonely, anxious existence. If you're feeling depleted, you have little to offer others. Your social circle can provide support. If you don't feel this is so, ask yourself, who are your real friends, okay? Get out of the victim mindset and start strengthening your good relationships. Reach out, listen, and give. Remember, practice makes purpose. Not perfect, but purpose, okay? Then the moon comes in. The moon is a very complex card. And it's so complex, I'm going to have a little sip of coffee. Before we begin. Okay, so here we go. The moon. Darkness often reveals what hides in daylight. Dealing with our low vibe shadow self can be confusing and scary, not to mention embarrassing, mortifying. feelings of guilt and shame and issues with self-esteem can cloud judgment. This is the time to ask for help. This is the time to reach out. Remember that in this life, you are only human. Humans make mistakes. How else are we to learn? It takes bravery to look at the dark side of self. You know what? It also takes love and compassion to sort it out. Maybe talk therapy isn't enough. Sometimes it isn't. I'm going to put a small list of services available in the description of this video. Phone numbers that you can call if you don't feel like you have anyone else to reach out to. You deserve to feel better, and one day you will. Until then, remember, there is someone out there that needs you as much as you need them. See, that's a heavy-duty reading. We're going to come in with an affirmation for you with the Healing the Mind and Spirit cards. I will also recommend that you look at not the videos. Look at these readings. Look at this last reading. They especially today, they are moving together. I lost a bunch of cards there. We're going to take this one as your card. They just seem to be resonating with one another, so you can get more detail by looking at these other butterflies here. Fear is what closes minds. Love is what opens the heart and dissolves fear. Your affirmation is, I believe in love, not fear. Okay. And that is your reading, but you know what? They're deep. They're deep today, aren't they? Now we're going to try and take a look at what we have here under the pink butterfly. Let me turn my notes, get a little sip of coffee. And okay, this is our Kim Kranz deck. Okay, this should be the Lovers, and it is. Excuse me. Okay. The Father of Pentacles, the Father of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's go. The Two of Wands, determination and direction. The Two of Wands tells us that you are ready to start on the path of success. Take some time to become aware of how you talk to yourself. Listen to your inner voice. And what kind of tone do you talk with self? The way that you treat yourself on your journey to your dreams is anything if not influential. Listen to your inner voice. Is it unkind? Your inner voice, not inner voice. Is it unkind? That just won't do. Stop and look at yourself as that small child you once were. They are still inside of you. Get a photo out, an old photo if that helps, a school photo, your most embarrassing one, and look at that little child. Now, choose kind and helpful words when you speak to that child. That's you. Okay? And we have, and I got this from the Kim Kranz book. I research the books that come with the decks. And not just depend on intuition, although that is very much a part of your readings too. Okay, let's move on. We have the Father of Pentacles here, a steady and gentle person. At first you may think they're boring or dull. Don't let his calm temperament fool you. Underneath, he is deeply passionate. Just because he prioritizes stability, job, and family does not mean he's a stick in the mud. No, give him a chance. This could be you or someone you know. The Father of Pentacles can be a true pleasure to know. And then we have the Lovers. In any reading, this card suggests a beautiful and strong relationship. But too often we think of love as an experience full of thrills and heart palpitations, heated physical desire. Well, these feelings can be exhilarating, but love built on a sound foundation of trust, stability, and kindness, especially during difficulty. A heart that is cherished can keep us from a path of heartache, something even darker or more sinister. If you haven't figured it out already, this is a reading that is telling you loud and clear to choose yourself, to choose the highest, loftiest goals when it comes to love, and then give that unconditional love. Those kind words and compassion of non-judgment, that true love with the best intentions, asks you to be kind to yourself and forgive your shortcomings. Give that love you have. Give it. Give it to God. Give it to the trees and the earth. Give it to your babies and to your lovers. But be sure to also give it to yourself. You deserve to have the kind of love that you desire. Let's get you an affirmation card. Although I think that's a good affirmation. You deserve to have the kind of love you desire. You can look in the mirror and look into your eyes and say, I deserve to have the kind of love that I desire. And you know what? You'll get it. Let's see what your affirmation says. Oh, that card shouldn't be in the deck because it's just about the doctor who created these cards. So we're going to pick another one off the bottom. Understand the source of your anger and then let it go. Anger harms your body as well as your mind. I release all anger because anger hardens me. Well, that's so much easier said than done, isn't it? Sometimes I love these affirmations. Sometimes not so much. This one just seems like it's missing a little something because it's so, well, maybe because I have a problem with anger. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. We're at the end of your reading. So remember to always stay true to yourself. And we are at our best when we stand in our truth with our hearts open to one another. Please comment and like if this reading resonated with you. And like I said, all these seem to resonate together. And that's really cool. I love to hear your stories in the comments. Do remember, I will never solicit you in the comments or otherwise for readings. I'm not going to ask you to go to a different platform and come see me or whatever. I mean, except for Keen. That's actually where I work. Okay? So if you want a private reading from me, you can come find me at Keen. Otherwise, don't. Other people might be in the comments trying to scam. That's not me. Okay? Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content and subscribe to my channel. But most importantly, come back. I have this safe space here for you wherever you are. Love the Creator, love each other, and learn to love by practicing love on yourself. And I will see you in the next video.